Is this fibromyalgia or is something else wrong with me? I've asked myself that question so many times, especially in the early years. And if you have, you're not alone. The symptoms of fibromyalgia can be frightening if no one warns you about all the detail of them. Today I'll share 5 fibro symptoms that rarely get talked about, so you don't feel as lost as I did when they first appeared. When I was first diagnosed, I thought fatigue just meant being tired and that I'd just do less than I could before. But fibro fatigue comes in very different forms. For me, there are 3 types. Body fatigue, your limbs feel heavy, like you're fighting off an illness, and it's hard to move around. There's head fatigue, where your brain and eyes feel too tired to focus, like the effort of thinking is too much and you're irritable, but you can still move around. And number 3, energy fatigue, the strangest one. Your body and head might feel okay, but the energy just isn't there in your body. It's like the battery is totally drained and won't recharge. Yeah, sometimes it does feel like you're coming down with the flu as well, but it can also show up in these other ways. And recognizing which kind of fatigue I was dealing with helped me respond better to it. The second symptom I want to talk about is gut trouble that nobody tells you about. People sometimes say fibro can come with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. What I didn't realize was how changeable and unsettling the gut symptoms could be. For me, that looked like bloating, nausea, especially during flares, unpredictable IBS, and food sensitivities I never had before. I only figured this out by keeping a gentle food diary. Wheat was the first culprit. It didn't just cause bloating, it completely wiped me out. I cut it out for 2 weeks, reintroduced it, and within an hour I was flat out with exhaustion. Later, I discovered dairy and sugar were also triggers. None of these changes cured me, but removing them made a huge difference to my energy and pain. I wasn't layering more discomfort on top of my fibro. So if your digestion feels unsettled or foods suddenly affect you in ways they never used to, it could be part of your fibro. When people hear brain fog, they think it just means struggling to think, concentrate, or focus. And it does include that, but fibro fog is more than that. For me, it's also shown up as losing words mid-sentence. My mind suddenly blanks. Mixing up words, saying bread instead of table, or repeating myself without realizing. It includes everyday mistakes like putting the milk in the cupboard and my mug in the fridge. Sometimes it can feel like total mental exhaustion, when I might feel physically okay, but holding a single thought or concentrating on a task seems impossible. It's almost like the lights are on, but no one's home. It can be frightening sometimes when it's so changeable, because some of these mimic dementia-like symptoms. I remember wondering, am I losing my mind? Over time, I realized that this is part of fibro, and also age can play a part too. Now I keep notes and lists to stay on track, and I laugh about those little forgetful moments with my family. But it is important to say that fibro fog is not just struggling to concentrate, it can scramble your whole thinking process. So don't worry if this is happening to you. If you've experienced any of these or other symptoms, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story, and it might help reassure someone else as well who's experiencing the same thing. So now I'll share a symptom that really surprised me. Fibro can make you extremely sensitive to your environment. It's not just you being sensitive, it's your nervous system stuck on high alert. So bright lights, loud voices, overlapping noises, strong smells, even sudden temperature swings, they can all drain me fast and often push me straight into a flare. I didn't expect this at all when I was diagnosed. Now I carry sunglasses, earbuds, and a mini fan just in case. These sound like small things, but they make a huge difference when your senses are already overloaded. Things like going to town, being in a crowd of people can become really difficult. But actually not being able to go shopping because it's too uncomfortable or it could trigger a flare, that was quite difficult an experience and new to me. Symptom 5, pain that does not behave. When I had my first fibro flare, pain felt like muscle soreness from overdoing it at the gym. That's what I expected fibromyalgia pain to continue to be like. But no one tells you how many different kinds of pain you can experience. You can get burning in and on your skin, stabbing jolts of pain, a heavy ache all through your body, and what many of us call feeling like we're wearing a suit of armour. Twitching at night, morning stiffness that takes hours to ease, tingling in your hands and fingers or in your feet and legs. For me, the worst pain I feel is around my tendons and my joints. So when we have pain like this, our activity levels can drop and our mobility lowers. And nerve-related pain and sensations can creep in too. So like peripheral neuropathy, where you're feeling pins and needles in your feet and your hands. That's why gentle movement and stretching are so important. In the future, I'll do some videos on stretches that you can do on good days and bad days to keep that mobility going. Fibro pain doesn't follow one neat pattern, and that's what makes it so difficult to explain to others and live with. Fibromyalgia is so much more than just pain and tiredness. It brings a whole range of symptoms, and if you're experiencing them, please know it's part of the condition. I spent years going backwards and forwards to doctors with new symptoms, only to be told, well, that's your fibro. I made this video so you don't feel so alone or confused when new things show up. Of course, if you're ever worried about a symptom or it feels excessive, do go to your GP. I had that with peripheral neuropathy once, and seeing a neurologist really helped give me peace of mind. But if your symptoms are part of the usual fibro cycle, you're not broken and you're not imagining it. I hope this video has given you words for what you've been going through and help you feel seen. Next time, I'll share a starter kit of simple self-care tools so that you can begin building your own fibro toolkit straight away. So hit subscribe now and you'll be notified when that video is out. Until next time, take care of yourself and be well.